Well, hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 Eve here, coming to you with another new bike build series video. In today's episode, Zak the Master Mechanic is going to install another fantastic Motul million sourced part onto our 2021 BMW S1000 RR, and then we're going to take the bike to rehab detailing so that it can be paint corrected, ceramic coated, and it's going to look fresh, 3D and clean when he's all done with that. All of this is leading up to us presenting this motorcycle to one of you amazing people viewing this video. Information on how your name might be randomly drawn by Zak the Master Mechanic to win our 2021 S1000 RR is down below in the description. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. For returning subscribers, tap that bell so you won't miss a video when it's uploaded to my channel. This is some beautiful weather that we're experiencing right now in beautiful Cleveland. It's about 40 degrees, brilliant sunshine. Keep watching this video because we're going to bring the new bike build series bike outside in the sun so you can see it glisten. And we're also going to show you the motorcycle that we're using for season 10 of the build series. Let's see what Zak's up to. Hey Zak, what are we doing?
What's going on? As you can see, the bike's back together.
Look at that.
I saved everyone the painstaking time of watching me put everything on. We've seen it a million times, not needed.
Yeah.
We added in the upper fairing holder piece carbon fiber.
Yeah.
And of course the carbon fiber belly pan that Dave fixed up for us. It had some big gouges in it. You can see it looks perfect now.
Yes, it does.
I just gave the bike a quick cleaning, but then it'll be off to rehab detailing.
Yes.
For you're gonna have to do some paint correction on this tank. It got a little beat up somehow.
Yeah.
And they'll get a nice ceramic coat on it so it'll protect it. And when you drip water on it, it'll just bubble up and go off. It's easy to clean and dust doesn't stick to it, so it's good stuff. And sometimes they put some PPF, which is a plastic film on the front pieces here so that stone chips don't occur.
Yeah.
Maybe do a little bit on the edge of the winglet too so that they don't get chipped. And yeah, the awesomeness of this bike will last longer.
Yeah.
So we're down to just a couple parts left to install, and one of them is the JetPrime Nintendo style buttons, we like to call them.
Yes.
And throttle housing. So it's made out of billet aluminum. It's cool. It's kind of more of a just cool piece than anything needed.
Yeah.
I don't know. The buttons are a little easier to hit with your gloves, I guess, but these buttons aren't bad either. So just kind of a looks thing. Nothing greatly important. But yeah, it's coming to end here. So I went ahead and just pulled off our bar end and took a couple screws out of this switch housing. And then we just unplug our switch housing, and there's one screw that holds our throttle assembly on. We got to unplug it. And when we remove the screw, our throttle assembly will come off. And this is a drive-by-wire bike, and it's complete drive-by-wire, no cables anymore. Back in 2010 and 12, they still used to have, oh, we got to unplug the heated grip. They used to have cables that you turn. Now it's literally just an electronic throttle housing.
Nice.
So the only thing that's kind of a bummer with this JetPrime setup is this piece just slides on this half, so that's nice and easy. Right?
Okay, yeah, in theory.
Yeah, in theory. So that fits like so, but we have to cut this piece off so that this back plate can fit on. It's the only thing I don't like about this JetPrime. And you got it gets really close to these heated grip wires. So you have to somehow cut this off without nicking the heated grip wire. So that's our challenge for today.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try something different. We've got some good snips here from Snap-on. Let's see if maybe I can cut close to this wire so I don't have to use a cutoff wheel by it. Oh, I got a little piece. No, not too bad. Let's see if we can come in on this side.
Oh, went flying.
Went flying, all right. So we're not flush, but at least it got the main parts out of the way. All right, so now we got just this part left. I guess I can go at it with just a burr or deburring bit, which looks like this. So we can just kind of get this flat because we need this surface to be flat. So I'm just gonna try this piece. And we'll put on some protective eyewear for this.
Yeah, good idea.
All right, so that's about as nice a job as I've done yet on one of these. I like the way they came out.
Nice and flush.
Yeah. Just something to note on this JetPrime throttle. Right now, I think, so if we look, here at M Bikes outside, we could show this connector needs to fit through this square hole here also. And on the newer bikes, like a 2022, this connector is really big and it doesn't fit. And we're not sure that it's even the same connector. So, or if that this connector is the same either. So it doesn't seem to work on that new style. It has to be this smaller square connector here to make sure that this is gonna work.
Okay.
But so now that we have that, we can reinstall our other aluminum piece again. Didn't want to scratch it, that's why I took it back off. And then this piece, you can see it has a little cutout here, a little channel for our heated grip wire, so we want to feed that through. And now that we got that cut nice and flush, this is just going to screw together like so. Most important thing is you want to make sure that everything is still free. You don't want any sticking throttles. If it is, find out what's rubbing and correct it. Now we have to loosen these two pinch bolts on the back because that's what's going to attach it to our clip-on handlebar. We'll have to make sure that the heated grip stays in that channel. The other thing is all your connectors wind up being exposed and we have to zip tie them on the harness here, but not a huge deal. So I just had to loosen that back plate up a little bit so this would fit on. Maybe the clip-on bar is a little wider than the stock handlebar. And now we can make all our plug connections there. This side of it. We'll put this on first and then we'll tighten everything up.
It's looking good.
Yeah. We can index this wherever we want. All right, so I had to go in and clean up some more of that plastic, but now you can see our throttle does not stick whatsoever. And we have the 2 bolts holding the plate tightened. Once we get this in position where we want it, we'll tighten everything else up there. We have to plug in our multi-function button connector in here. It only goes one way. And that appears to be the way. So now we just kind of take all these wires and I'll zip tie them up under here to make it look nice.
Okay.
Probably just like so. That's all you really get. You are going to see a couple of the wires. We can cover some of the wires with electrical tape. We'll probably do that. But let's get this in position. So we just got to figure out what angle we want our buttons at. So this is our kill switch now, starter button, mode button, and heated grips. That feels pretty good. That feels like home.
Okay. Looks good.
Except for all those wires hanging there, but yeah. Looks all right.
Wire cleanup coming soon.
Yeah. So now we just tighten both these pinch bolts. Of course, everything's in the way at the angle we set it at. Luckily, someone figured out that you can put this ball end on an Allen and then it lets you go in at angles and still apply torque.
Nice.
Thank you to whoever that was. All right, final tightening on that. I like it. And final tightening on this. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Still free. I'll check that a million times every time I walk by. And then, yep, we got clearance in between here, so that's not going to give us any issues on our brake lever guard. This just wedges itself in the handlebars, so you just want to get it nice and snug, and we'll line that up with our brake lever because that's what it's supposed to protect. Right?
Yep.
And that's still good, so now let's just make some wires look nice. So first function that we can check is our heated grips here. And if you look at the dash here, while I push the button, we got our blue button. You can see it pops on to level 3. You can cycle to 2, 1, and off, so that's good.
Okay.
And then we got our mode button. We're in the Race Pro modes. We can cycle through them.
Yep.
Stop, it selects it, so that's good. Kill switch. I believe that's off, so no crank. That's good.
Okay.
We put it in the on position. The button's sucked in just a bit. Good. Throttle doesn't stick and the kill switch kills the bike, so success.
Nice.
But yeah, look at the way the carbon just glistens in the sunlight and how the winglets on the black colored motorcycle just blend in and look like they belong and give it this front long spoiler look.
Oh, heck yeah. It's just really gorgeous.
It really is. This bike just came out phenomenal. All the reds work together well.
Yep.
Brembo calipers, TWM components, the chain adjusters. Got our nice multicolored exhaust system just poking through.
Yeah.
If we look on this side, we get just a little bit of the Samco hose poking through on the bottom.
Yep.
Right by the carbon fiber kickstand that blends in perfectly. Swing arm covers, the frame covers. Everything just works really well together. Custom seat cover, of course.
Louis Moto.
Up to the custom triple tree with the 650IB badging on it.
All over the place.
Our Rizoma mirrors / winglets.
Yep.
Wasn't sure of them at first, but these are actually sleek enough that they do look all right.
They do.
Some of the fake copy ones stick up really far.
Yeah, they're
and they
too
do
big.
not look as good at all.
Cheap plastic. They're horrible.
They're made out of metal still, but they're just not the same quality.
No.
So if you peep in the background though, here we have another 2022. We can show the difference of that throttle connector most likely. Yeah, so see how big and covered up this is. So if you have this style, that JetPrime switch housing is not going to work for you without major modification.
Okay.
You'd probably have to cut the whole bottom off, and I don't know that that would look any good. You'd have to get rid of the whole bottom of this metal plate.
Yeah.
Might be all right, I'm not sure. But you can see how much smaller the connector is here. So that's the one difference that we found.
Yep.
Otherwise, you get cast wheels as an option anymore. They're kind of goofy. They're offset. The spokes are all on one side.
Yeah.
They are still aluminum, so it's just a cast aluminum wheel, a little bit heavier. They must have decided that enough people weren't buying the sport silencers, so every bike comes with that.
Yep.
And then we got the gold everlasting chain, or whatever they call it. Which is just super heavy. But it does have DLC coated pins, so diamond light coating on the pin. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So this color scheme, it's not terrible.
No, it's not. For stock.
Would have been kind of cool if they put yellow in it. Would have been like the German flag.
Oh,
I think we actually looked at one of these before right out of the crate.
Yep.
But yeah, we're going to take this thing, strip it down, of course, and I think get as much carbon fiber bodywork as possible, right?
Yes, sir.
Try to do every piece carbon fiber, and then we're going to strip the paint off the tank.
Yep.
And get some nice brush lines in it and clear coat it so it winds up looking like the HP4 race gas tank, hopefully.
Yes.
And that'll just kind of offset all our carbon pieces, we're hoping.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm sure it'll get wheels, rear set, chain and sprockets.
We've got a new exhaust coming for it too, never been used before, that Manny wants us to use.
Okay, excellent, excellent.
Yeah. Of course, we'll have the Bryn tuning and everything else. This is season 10 of the new bike build series machine. We're going to immediately start on this after Zak the Master Mechanic randomly selects one of you amazing people viewing this video to win this motorcycle.
What do we got going for the drawing? How long you think? What?
The drawing is actually going to be on April 29th.
Oh, okay. So we got to find some more parts to get on this thing.
Yeah. So you and I, we talked about that months and months and months ago. Yeah. We actually set the date. We looked
I just couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah. So we looked at Zak's calendar and mine, and April 29th is the date, so not that much longer. We got some more cool stuff that we're going to do to this bike yet. Yeah,
so hopefully the sun's out next time we see this motorcycle too, after it gets back from the detail shop, because it just makes all that carbon fiber pop that much more when they get done with their part of this.
Yes.
And hopefully it's warm enough so we can go take it for a ride. Check out that Alpha quick shifter.
Yeah.
And our
airbox mod.
And our airbox mod.
Yep.
Correct.
All right.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you, Zak. So yeah, not that much longer. You can still join our Patreon family and possibly win this motorcycle. Information on how to do that is down below in the description. Cruise on over to patreon.com/650eb and join our amazing Patreon family. Get access to the videos way before they hit the YouTube. Get all of your questions answered. I respond to 100% of Patreon messages. Obviously, I can't respond to everyone's comments or messages on Instagram, YouTube, and all that. But on Patreon, since it's a smaller family-oriented platform, I can do just that. All right, folks, thanks so much for viewing this video, and we'll catch you next time on the 650eb YouTube channel. We have an amazingly beautiful bike right here for you.